Hey, Miss Mastel here, and today's ATL is 5 ways to express caring. How do others show they care, and how do you show you care? Our goals for today are going to be to understand that other people show they care in very different ways. We also call this love languages. Usually it's for romantic relationships, but these are also ways that we show we care to our friends and our family members and other people in our lives that are important to us. So it works out for anything that you could ever want. The idea is that being able to name these methods will help us understand our own wants and needs when it comes to relationships. And as a result, we can establish positive relationships and boundaries within those relationships and maintain those so it doesn't become toxic. Or if we recognize somebody continuously tries to break our boundaries, we can say, I need to cut you out. And that's really a key thing to acquire at any point in your life. All right. So these 5 love languages, it's all different ways they all say the same thing. I care about you. And we're going to go through each one and talk about ways in which they're expressed and ways in which they sound. So what is it? Acts of service. This is where you perform something, you do some sort of action, or you do a favor for someone that makes them smile or feel less stressed. And for them, the showing is more important than the saying. Some people need to hear, I love you all the time. But a lot of people don't want to say that. But so instead, they'll do things to show you that they care instead. And actions speak louder than words. What does it look like? This could be helping to clean with some chores. This could be making meals, help with homework, or just ongoing acts of helpfulness. Notice all of these are things that they need in their lives, things that they need to get done. So giving them a hand with it makes their lives a little easier. And what does this sound like? What can I do for you? I'll stop and get something like a smoothie for you. I'll support you. Just tell me what you need. You might hear your teacher say this a lot, where it's like, just tell me what I can do, and I will do what I can to help you. And that's one way that we can show that we care for others. Another way is physical affection. And this one is probably pretty obvious, but it's basically giving and receiving some kind of touch and being in close proximity with that other person. And keep in mind that a lot of people do not like being touched unless they've given permission. So if you're the type who likes to express that you care through physical affection, make sure that you always ask. And through the action of asking, you're actually showing that you care about them quite a bit. So what does this look like? Hugs is probably number one thing. High fives, fist bumps, pats on the back, or just simply sitting next to somebody, like when you're sitting next to someone on the couch and just enjoying each other's company. What does this sound like? Mostly nonverbal, because it's all about the physical affection. But asking in a way lets them show that I would like to hug you. You do not want me to, so I'm going to respect that boundary. And that'll make people feel a lot happier. Or maybe they'll just say, yeah, go ahead, give me a hug this one time. And then it'll make you both happy. All right, quality time is another way that we can express this. Now, this is just being with someone and doing things together. Now, I'm going to probably throw back to a situation you've been in. You've probably been at a party, you're in a group, and your friend ran off to go hang out with somebody else, and you felt all alone because you weren't getting that one-on-one connection with them. So quality time is this idea of connecting with the friend through the same activity. If they run off and go do other things with other people, in your mind, that's not quality time. That's just, I was your ride, or I was just there. So when you have somebody who prefers this kind of affection, or you're the type who likes this, what does this look like? One-on-one attention, eye contact, so no, like half on you, half on the phone thing going on. Making something together and then eating something together, so make some bread and then eat it together. Or going out together. And what does this sound like? It could be a question like, how was your day? For some of us, we hear our parents say this, and it's like, oh, it's just fact gathering. Oh, I did X, Y, Z. Stop asking. But when somebody asks you this, they're not really asking for facts. They want to spend time and hear about your life and hear about what you've been going through. And that's their quality time. Would you like to study together? And let's get dinner and watch a movie together. That's another way. Tokens of affection. This is one where you give something to somebody else, either something that's precious or thoughtful. Notice I didn't say expensive, something that is important on an emotional level. And it doesn't have to be a physical gift. You don't have to spend $100 on someone to show that you love them or show you care about them. The idea is that I'm giving you something because I was thinking about you. And what does this look like? Those little just because gifts. Oh, it was Daiso, and I saw those little Lego things, and I grabbed it because I thought of you. Drawing something for them, sharing a meme that you think they would like. Whenever I teach a book, I always start getting memes from students about, oh, I saw this, I thought you'd like it. And I love those. Those are amazing. And you plan presents around their interests. You listen to what they say I like and I don't like, and then you give them something based on that, not just here's $50 or here's $10. What does it sound like? I saw this and thought of you. I remember you mentioned that you liked this, so I thought you'd like it. It's been a year since this event, so here's a present. Simple as that. And then finally, words of affirmation. And this is basically expressing how you feel through direct statements and positive language. This is where you straight up say, I care about you, or I love you. And some people just need that verbal reminder that you care about them because they need to hear it. This can look like giving compliments, express an appreciation. Thank you for writing that letter of recommendation for me. Sending a text or slipping them a note and just actively listening when you're talking to them. And what does this sound like? It's been a while. Just wanted to check in and see how you're doing. So that's one for those of you who let some friendships like slip over the quarantine. I hope you're having a good day. I'm proud of you and you're doing great. And I'm sure many of you are doing great, or at least proud of you right now. So those are the 5 different ways that we show that we care about each other. My hope is that today you're going to recognize there's lots of ways to show that you care. And maybe there's more people who care about you than you realize. You just have to look for the signs and recognize, oh, they don't say they care about me, but they do this thing and they do that thing. So maybe they really do care. And now that you have this language, the hope is that you can start to communicate your preferences and build better and healthier relationships as a result. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you for listening.